A man has to pay the bill. He has to pay the bill if he wants to take a woman out. If he wants to get to know a woman, if he wants to be close to a woman, he has to pay for them to do some type of activity for their first date, second date, third date, until she becomes so comfortable that she'll just be around the man for free.
What are you talking about? Am I confused? I'm confused. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Welcome back, Motivation Nation. It's your host, Eric Gordon. I'm not going to waste no time. This lady said a man must pay the bill to get to know a woman or something like that. I don't know. We about to find out, though. Let's jump into it.
A man has to pay the bill. He has to pay the bill if he wants to take a woman out. If he wants to get to know a woman, if he wants to be close to a woman, he has to pay for them to do some type of activity for their first date, second date, third date, until she becomes so comfortable that she'll just be around the man for free. Okay? It's either that or he's gonna play her. So it's only two. Okay? And this is very important because as a woman, can you imagine what it's like? Standards are fine, everybody should have standards, but this man is dating until something sticks. I want you to understand that. So the same way one woman is asking for like a $200 dinner, a $300 dinner, $400 whatever, right? Even $150. Okay? That man is still dating other people. And this is not to say it's right or wrong or whatever. I'm just saying, like, great day to be a woman, okay? Great day for these to not be like women problems. But imagine.
Tough day to be a woman because this is the most boneheaded, idiotic stuff I've heard in a long time. And I've reacted to a lot of videos, but this has got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. And the problem with this is everything is materialistic and what can somebody do for me? The purpose of a date is not to go out and spend money, sweetheart. That's not the purpose of the date. The purpose of the date is to go out and get to know this person to see if there's a future with him and you. And yes, he's probably seeing other women just like you're probably seeing other men to narrow it down. No different than if you apply for a job and they have different candidates that come in and interview for the position. That's all that it is. And the problem with a lot of these young ladies like her and why they're single and making crazy videos like this is because they're setting themselves out to see what they can get from a man. And then when these men treat them that way, then they feel as though it's something wrong with the men, but it's something wrong with their approach from the beginning. And they keep trying to find a good man going about it the wrong way. It's like they're trying to figure out the right way to do something bad. And you're never going to find a mate this way because you don't even have pure intentions from the beginning. It's what can he do for me? He got to pay for me to feel comfortable to be around him for free. Man, I ain't never heard nothing so crazy. But anyway, let me let her go on.
You spend all that money on a date, okay? And like some of these people, you don't even want to be in your life like permanently. You just want to experience fucking them, quite literally. Now that's up for debate whether y'all think that is moral, not moral. But people do like to fuck people that they don't necessarily want to be with. Okay, that's a fact. So with that being said, just imagine like shoveling out that amount of money and then like the woman never talks to you again, or she's just cool on you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that isn't her right, okay? Just saying, like, imagine right now somebody goes, oh, let's go to dinner. I paid $300, and then that motherfucker blocks me after, right? Or we just don't have any chemistry, or whatever the case may be. That's a hard life. And I'm here to definitely tell you that should make it make a little bit more sense why men do play women. First of all, most men don't even have enough money to be perpetually dating women until something sticks. Okay? Which means that again,
I don't care how much money you make. It's no point to go spend $300, $400, $500 on a dinner that you're gonna go and use the bathroom and get rid of later on that night on a first date to get to know someone. That's boneheaded. Most people with sense and most people that actually work and have obtained something, they're not even looking for that. They're looking for a connection. They're looking for the conversation. But yeah, I guess you have to mature in order to understand that. And age doesn't necessarily mean maturity. And so that's the problem that we're having. People think because people of a certain age and they should have a certain maturity. In theory, that is correct, but in reality, it is not. because at a certain age, you should have lived life and had certain experiences, and you should learn from it and grow. That is a fact. At a certain age, you have had certain experiences that you should have learned from and you should have grown. But that's not always the case either. The facts are, at a certain age, you have had certain experiences, but that don't mean you've learned, and that don't mean that you've grown. So, but for those that have, they understand that it's not the amount of money that is spent on a date. It is what has been learned from that first date about that person, their values and their morals, and how they're compatible with you, and what it is that you're looking for in a person. Not how much money the person spends. You're trying to quantify how much money the person has spent. Let me let her go on. This is
one main or two main girls that they're trying out, investing their money in, and all the other girls, it's like they're just spinning the mouthpiece in order to get access to. Okay, and it's like a chalkboard with a budget on it. All right, it's like priority list. I really like this woman. I kind of like this woman. I kind of whatever. I feel like this woman might like me back. Let me invest in her. You know what I'm saying? But either way, in no world would I like to be the person paying for the dates that may or may not work out. Love being the person that gets the dates paid for them, and then it's like I just no L if I move on.
yeah. Makes absolutely no sense. And she's saying that some guys just want to have an experience of sleeping with you and nothing more. I mean, listen, that could be true for whatever the case is, but that's why you have conversations with people and find out. And I don't know if him spending $500 on one date is going to give you that information anyway. The only thing that that's going to do is for some of these guys out here to feel as though there's an expectation after he spent the $500 to have that experience with you, which is the main reason why you need to have dates where you're actually talking to the person and getting to know them, because they wouldn't have those expectations if they're not spending an exorbitant amount of money. And I'll tell you this much: any man that's out here that's spending $300-$400 a date on multiple women, he's a fool. And I'll just say it: he's a fool, and a fool and their money will soon part. And if a person is willing to spend that kind of money on women that he does not know, and that's not an investment, by the way, that's not an investment. Going on a date with a woman that you don't know is not no investment in nothing. Okay? That's not an investment. That's me trying to find out who you are, and I'm not spending that amount of money to get to know who you are either. If it costs $150 to get to know you, I don't need to know you. I know enough about you right then and there. The investment is in the time, not the money. That's where the mix-up is. You investing your time to get to know someone, because that's the one thing you can never get back. You can't get time back. You can't get your youth back. Just like we can't get the time back we just watched you say all this nonsense. That's gone. The money portion can actually be replenished, but this time that we spent on this video, it can never get it back. And that's the way you have to look at spending your time getting to know these people. It's not about the amount of money I'm spending. It's the quality time that we spend together, because as you be in a relationship, a committed, real relationship, it's all about quality time, because everything else is going to fleet as you get older anyway. Your health, your vision, everything. Even if you continue to make money, your youth is getting away from you, and you'll never get that back. The stuff you was able to do 10 years ago, you can't do it no more. That's just the reality of life. So you better spend your time trying to get to know someone and have a companionship versus figure out how much they can spend on you and be happy that you went out on a $300 dinner with a guy that you don't even like or didn't want to see, but you got to experience that dinner. Maybe you should go pay for it yourself. But anyway, hey man, that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think. Jump down in the comments and let me know how you guys feel about this, especially the people that's out there that's single on the dating scene trying to find a match. How do you feel about what this young lady is saying? Are you guys experiencing women like this? Are you running into craziness like this? Let me know. Jump down in the comments. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching, like, and share, and subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, you made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You made it this far, you might as well do it. You might as well do it. Because I'm going to drop something for you on a day-to-day. So jump down. Let me know what's the deal. That's it for this video. See you guys on the next one. Out.